Let's go across. The management of GAIL is addressing the press.
A profit after tax has grown by 3% from 3,561 crores to 3,654 crores. Subsidy, which may be an area of interest for all of you, has gone up by 51%. And as against 2,111, GAIL has paid subsidy of 3,183 crores. Without subsidy, the performance of GAIL, the PAT, which was 4,971 crore without subsidy last year, has gone up to 5,804 crores, a growth of 17%. But due to heavy burden of subsidy, the 17% growth on PAT has resulted to only 3% growth in the PAT. The major reason for increase in the top line, the revenue, has been largely because of the trading. It is because of the spot cargoes which we handled last year. 16 spot cargoes were handled by GAIL. In petrochemical, physical growth of 7%. Our production of petrochemical plant has gone up from 420,000 metric ton per year to 448,000 metric tons per year. That means a growth of 7%. And of course, a better price realization, as against 67,000 per ton. This year we realized average 72,000 rupees per ton, a growth of 8% in the price of petrochemical. In terms of liquid hydrocarbon, which includes LPG, the physical growth is 5%. We have produced 1.44 million tons of LPG. And this has also been higher realization because of increase in price. As against 35,500, the average realization has been 43,500, a growth of 22% in price realization for LPG. However, due to higher subsidy burden, the LPG segment GAIL has suffered a loss of 500 crores. The subsidy has gone up by 51%. That's briefly on the annual financial results. Just to give you, the detail will be shared by my colleague, Mr. Subir Prakashta. But just to give you an annual report card of the company, we commissioned 1,370 kilometer long pipelines. With that, the capacity to transport gas has increased to 180 million standard cubic meter, and project worth of 4,380 crores were capitalized in the last financial year. As I shared, 16 spot cargoes were handled. As you all are aware, the 3.5 million tons of LNG from Sabine Pass was sourced during this financial year. Recently, we signed the gas supply agreement with Turkmen Gas for supply of gas through TAPI pipeline. The 9th round of bidding, GAIL got participation in the 4 blocks. 100 megawatt wind power projects were commissioned in Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. With that, the total portfolio of GAIL is 120 megawatt wind power projects. As regard this year is concerned, we have project worth of 8,200 crores for pipelines, which is Dabhol to Bangalore, Kochi to Kotnad, Bangalore pipeline, out of which almost 1,630 kilometer pipeline will be commissioned in the current financial year. The annual capex of the last year was 6,753 crores, and the capex plan for this year is 7,354 crores. So these are the just brought major highlights of the company for the annual performance. Assam gas cracker, which is being supported by GAIL through its subsidiary Assam Brahmaputra Crackers and Polymers. The project is progressing well. It has reached to a progress level of 75%. Similarly, the cross-border pipeline to connect the Myanmar offshore field to China border is also progressing well, where GAIL holds the equity. We call it Southeast Asia Gas Pipeline Company Limited. And at this stage, we are engaged in commissioning of Dabhol LNG terminal. It was partly commissioned due to some limitation in terms of some mechanical failure in some of the equipments. We had to suspend the commissioning, and post-monsoon we will start the commissioning of Dabhol LNG terminal, and we hope by November, December we should be in a position to commission the Dabhol regas facility. I think these are just brief highlights of the company. In terms of the annual capex and the borrowing plan, for the current year, let me give you first last year. Last year we had the capex of 6,753 crores. As against that, this year we have planned for 7,500 crores. 4,500 crores will be met through borrowing, and the remaining will be through internal sources. Shortly we are going to come out with the bond of 500 crores with the green shoe option of another 50%, and also $300 million ECB loan. So these are the capex plan for the current financial year. $300 million for ECB, 500 crores bond in the Indian currency with 50% green shoe option. So these are our immediate plans for borrowing from the market.